Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to another edition of Heart of the City, man. Yeah, man. Another episode going solo tonight. Coach Ed is down a little bit under the weather, so shout out to Coach. Prayers up to Coach. Get well, bro. We miss you and hope to see you soon. But we still gonna rock and roll here on Heart of the City. Got to get into the Yankees. Of course, the Yankees doing Yankee-like things, but they are got the best get-right opponent that they could have. The Minnesota Twins. They have dominated them, and they are still continue to dominate them. As of right now, we're gonna get into that. Also, the New York Mets, who haven't done much better. Mets have been struggling as well. We're going to get into the Mets and their struggles as well here with Heart of the City tonight, man. But Jets, Giants, that's going to be the meat of the show because whenever we got an in-city rivalry going on, I don't care if it's the preseason. It's the Jets versus the Giants. It's shit talking, it's smack talking, it's hard hitting, whatever going on that football field. So we're going to get into that. Joint practices, of course, this week between the two teams. All that and much more, man. It's going to be a condensed version of the show. But we're going to be right back right after the intro, man. Let's get it.
Ricey K, the Raisin Man.
We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it tonight, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all the loyal listeners out there. You know how we do, man. We always set this thing off with a little around the city, man. We got to go around the city. We got to walk the blocks in these 5 boroughs, man. Take the train over, man. Check in, see what's going on out there in Jersey as well. Y'all know how we do, man. Around the city, let's go.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Said I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, the love and respect first.
All right. Yeah, man. Y'all know where I'm going first, man. Where else we gonna start, man? Shout out to the chat too. Y'all like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Feel the vibe. I'm going to solo tonight. Dolo 100, man. We gonna walk the streets, man. This is around the city. Please, man. Y'all tell me what's going on. We got to start it off with
New York Yankees.
the New York Yankees. It has not been good, folks. It has not been good as of late. 20-31. It's mid-June. Worst record in the American League now. They getting some get right here against the Minnesota Twins because that's what they do. They just beat up on the Twins. For whatever reason. For Minnesota Twins. But right now, it's a 1-1 game. So we shall see if these Yankees can pull out the sweep. Yeah, they won the first 2 games, man, but it hasn't been good. It just has not been good with the New York Yankees here. Like I said, Devin Williams, the guy they traded for to be the closer. Yeah, man. They gonna close them on up out the playoffs is what's gonna happen. Because right now, they clinging to a 1-game lead over the Guardians. 1-game lead over the Guardians right now. The New York Yankees barely hanging on to a wild card spot. I asked this last week about the Yankees, and if they could, if they was going to make or miss the playoffs. So right now, as you can see, 1 game out or up over the Guardians right now, man. And it's just Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is back. He has not hit well since he's gotten back yet. And the pitching has been awful, especially in the bullpen. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? The New York Yankees possibly missing the playoffs? Playoffs? What? Come on, man. Camilo Duvall hasn't been good either. Only hitting .216 as a team since the All-Star break. So it's a combination of different things here. You can't pitch, you can't hit, they just can't do nothing out there. Like, I'm so disappointed in this team, man. The New York Yankees disappoint me more than any team I root for because I expect greatness. I keep telling y'all this. I expect greatness from the New York Yankees. You fighting for a wild card spot, barely getting by. You know, you beating up on the Minnesota Twin team that's 56-63. Come on now. Just can't beat the Red Sox. Can't beat the Blue Jays. Astros. Y'all some frauds, man. Cashman, Boone. Y'all some frauds for real. This is. I'm telling y'all, they are like the Dallas Cowboys of baseball. 1-1 game right here against the Twins right now. Going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll see if the Yankees complete the sweep here. My God, they need it. They need it. So again, man, I'm just disappointed. Disappointed. Speaking of disappointments, there you have it. Bottom of the fourth. Aaron Judge, 0 for 2. That's what I'm talking about. Disappointing. Cody Bellinger did hit a home run today, though. That gives them the 1-0 lead right now over the Minnesota Twins. Again, a stellar Dweller team that you consistently beat up on. Not impressive, New York Yankees to me. Go beat the Red Sox. God damn it, you need to beat them. So, I need more out of this baseball team. I need more from all these teams in New York, to be honest with you. Oh, y'all know what? The Mets. Yeah, they doing a lot better, right? Because they took the Yankees star player, Juan Soto, or one of the star players from last year. Juan Soto snatched him up, gave him a gazillion dollars. So y'all doing much better, right? Y'all doing much better, right? Let's go back to the standings real quick. Oh my God! Look at the Mets. Yeah, 2-8 in their last 10 games. Struggling. The man Juan Soto, shit, he ain't doing a so-so right now. Not so hot. Yeah, it's been a struggle for the Mets. Same thing. They can't hit. But you went and got Juan Soto, but you can't hit. Fighting the Reds off right now. Got a 1.5 game lead over the Reds. Man, the Dodgers, man. Talk about another disappointing baseball team. But, I mean, they're on the second wild card spot. But, again, don't you expect more Dodger fans? This ain't a Dodger podcast, but I like to throw shade at the Dodgers because you know what? Screw the Dodgers. But what about the Mets, man? Y'all talk to me about these Mets. 2-8 in their last 10. Fighting off the Reds. Right now, let's take a look at the scores. Top of the fourth. They have a
New York Mets.
Thank you, Deuce. Yeah, we cook over here. 6-0 over the Braves right now, but the Braves have been a disappointment in themselves. 51-68 on the season, so ain't nothing to really write home about. But again, what are the expectations for the Mets? I thought it was the World Series. Because y'all was out here just throwing money, just anybody that won it, you get a check, you get a check, you get a check. You know what the baseball said, Mets? You get a loss, you get a loss, you get a loss. Y'all fighting too, just like the Yankees, huh? It's so much better on the other side, ain't it? It's the Soto. Oh, Soto. That was so low. Got paid, though. So shout out to Juan Soto. But the Mets, I mean, you would expect more. You really would. expect more out of this Mets team, but it has been all for much of nothing right now. They have really come back down to earth. But man, we shall see. I've always talked about a Subway Series, but these baseball teams are mid. For real, mid. I thought it was going to be better too. We walk in the streets, man. This is around the city. Your boy, NYC Double Deuce, on the mic tonight with my producer, Big Pat. We're going solo dolo. Walking the block. Just went around the corner and I seen a fight. Who was that fight? Oh, it's an inner city battle between the Giants and the Jets. Yeah. Oh, snap. Giants and Jets, man. Giants and Jets in the preseason. They going in. They going in, man. Giants and Jets going in in the preseason, having joint practices. Of course, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
New York Giants. New York Jets.
Yeah, double whammy. Giants and Jets, man, hosting joint practices. Look, man, Jets, they bring it on defense. Ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. So when they telling me that the Jets is getting the better of the Giants offense and practices the Jets defense, that is, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. But what is also not surprising is that the Giants defense, yeah, they holding their own too, if you know what I'm saying. That front four, front seven, is getting after it. And they're gonna get after it throughout this season, you know. So you see the tweets there. Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart, Giants quarterbacks having a day. But all I'm worried about, if you are a Giants fan, let's take a look at it from the Giants perspective. First off, if you're a Giants fan, you want to see how Jackson Dart is handling this pressure versus this Jets defense, because that's the pressure you're going to see all year or whenever he get in the game. Russell Wilson, look, y'all. Russell Wilson's here to get a paycheck. Let's keep it a buck. There's no expectation in my eyes for Russell Wilson to be anything moving past this year. So the future is on this man right here, Jackson Dart. So I want to see how he's looking versus the pressure of the New York Jets. So hopefully we will get some type of sample size going into this next preseason game. That's what I'm looking for. You know, because that's what it's about. don't sell me on the Giants pushing for the playoffs this year. Don't sell me on, we're just going to win and bully our way into the playoffs with this dominant defense. Don't sell me on let Russ cook. Don't sell me on any of that. It's about Jackson Dart on offense, Abdul Carter on defense. Those are your pillars right here that you drafted with this draft. As you see the clips here, pulling up the clips, man. Good job, man. Appreciate that. Look, that's what it's about, y'all. Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart. Don't try to sell me on anything else with the Giants this season. I want to see what these young players look like. That's all I'm looking for. I don't have the expectation of this team doing anything this year. And if you do make the playoffs, you're probably going to get ramrodded in the first game or whatever and get smacked up out of there. You just going to be picking later in the draft. That's really all it's going to be. So, I think this kid might have something. Jackson Dart. I think he might have something if you let him develop. Because much like I said with Drake May, with Jackson Dart, it was said about guys like Anthony Richardson. These quarterbacks, you got to let them develop. Y'all just want to throw them down and throw them into the fire. Sink or swim, son. Nah, man. You got to let them develop. Speaking of developing, you can look at that with the New York Jets as well. The New York Jets with Justin Fields and the quarterbacks that they've had in the past. You're talking about Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, all these other quarterbacks. These dudes run through quarterbacks. I mean, they just run through them, man. But good thing, Justin Fields. Shout out to Justin Fields. Seems like he's doing a good job in camp. That's camp. That's camp. I expect you to do more than just show up in camp, Justin. Of course, Aaron Glenn. Getting his team underway, man. In his first season, the Jets gonna be able to run the football, man. Yeah, they are gonna be able to run the football, and they will be able to play defense. They're built much like the Giants, to be honest with you. So this is gonna be an interesting little inner city battle, a little knock 'em sock 'em, if you say, because both of these teams do got good defenses. Both of them got questions on the offensive end, to be honest with you. Let's keep it a buck. Giants got Malik Neighbors. Jets got Garrett Wilson. They got their 1-2 punch, which I think is better than Braylon Allen and Breece Hall, but the Giants still got some cooking with Tracy and Cam Scabo. So very similar teams. Aaron Glenn, first-year head coach. Brian Dable, multiple-year head coach, former coach of the year, but has basically fallen off a cliff the past 2 seasons. So got a lot in the mix, a lot of similarities there. But I do believe that this Jets team can make some noise if they get solid performance out of Justin Fields. That is very critical for this team. Because I think this team, to me, I think can be more of a challenging team, especially in their division, than the New York Giants. I just think the Giants, man, what have you seen from the Giants offensively that gives you any type of confidence? None with the coach, none with the receivers who were dropping passes at an alarming clip last year, none with the offensive line who still looks like a sieve. Quarterbacks, questionable, and you got to I expect that shit to put up 25, 30 points a game. Okay. But with the Jets, I think they do got some. I think they can run the football better. Garrett Wilson and some of the pieces they got there on offense, I do like. I think their offensive line is better than the Giants' offensive line. It's going to come down to coaching. We got to see where Aaron Glenn is. And it's going to come down to Justin Fields. And that's the question mark. And that's been the question mark with this Jets team for years. Years. So, again, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. Again, Giants keep Russell sacked twice by the Jets defense. No Shiznick, because this offensive line for the Giants ain't that. They not like that. They not built that way. I keep telling y'all. Jets got a good defense, but the Giants gonna get smacked around by any defense that's worth a crap because they line ain't like that. You got a featherweight line and a heavyweight division. If you think and you squint hard, you can see it. Oh, y'all don't see it? You'll see it when they get on the field. I guarantee you that. Clip this shit. Bet what I'm saying come true. They not like that. You're going to get dominated by good defenses. Bad defenses, yeah, they'll, you know, Malik Neighbors will probably go off. They'll have good games. But you don't have that in your division. Don't you think the Cowboys is going to be a bad team all of a sudden? I mean, they look like a joke now, but the games are played on the field, not in the media. See what I'm saying? Again, if you want to speak on Bo, Pat, you can come in and speak on the possibility that the Giants might actually have a potential dog on the offensive line. But I don't think that's going to materialize this season necessarily. But Marcus Bo is a person of interest. I'm going to just say it like that. You know, because we've been trying to get y'all the cookies. Y'all not listening. See what I'm saying? I've been trying to get y'all the cookies. Y'all not listening, though. John Runyon, the Johns, John Runyon, John Michael Smith, I don't think they it. But as far as the interior is concerned, but I think this kid, again, if developed, can be a potential, what do we say? Still being a 5th round pick.
I'll chime in for a second.
Welcome to Hot of the City.
Right, you know, producer got to come in for a second. You know, you asking, you shall receive. Marcus Bo, man, number 71, New York Giants. I was impressed what he did in the first preseason game. You know, Brian Baldinger, shout out to him. Hopefully we can break down some film together right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network here soon. that's definitely lined up. He showed promise, man. This was against starters. That's Espinoza right there. He showed some nastiness that maybe he didn't show at Purdue where he was at, but he showed some nastiness, as you see right there. He put people on their ass, and that's something that we need from our. I believe he's a tackle. I don't want to put him at guard. I want to put him at tackle because he has very quick feet, and that's the very opposite of what Evan Neal had, coming at the tackle position. So let's talk about the Giants offensive line here for 1 second. We are in heart of the city. We are talking about the New York Giants and the New York Jets. So let's talk about the Giants offensive line for a second.
New York Giants.
So let's say this. What if our best offensive lineup is if you put Greg Van Roten at center, put Evan Neal at left guard, maybe Bo at right tackle and Luminor at right guard. Switch Runyon to right guard and move Luminor to left guard. I'm sorry. And then have Evan Neal as a backup. So you will have Andrew Thomas, Luminor on the left side, Greg Van Roten at center, right guard being John Runyon, and right tackle being this Bo kid. What if that's the future best lineup for this team, and that's the way it's shaking up to be, and we have to replace JMS next season? Because for some reason, JMS is not progressing the way we want him to progress. I still think he's a little soft when it comes to NFC East play. He might do good against teams like the Saints, maybe the Bills or somebody like that. But when it comes to NFC East play, we have to get better in the trenches in order to compete. Mm-hmm. Does that inside of this offensive line give you, virtue of like, yeah, we go in there and compete? Look at the guard play. Look at that. Just swam right past him. That's where this team is hurting on both sides of the ball. Shout out to NYG for pointing that out before the shit even started. We are soft in the inside of both our trenches, even though we have Dexter Lawrence. Who's that guy that's going to step up next to him? You already people talking about Alexander is not what you thought that he would be. I guess he's supposed to be Warren Sapp the first time he touches the field.
Give him a chance, man.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Roches. Is Roches the guy? I don't believe so. So you're going to have to depend on Sears Anderson and Golston. If those two dudes step up, those, especially Golston, because you paid him the money.
But that's the thing. It's the expectations. What are the expectations? See, when you saying things like that, it's because these Giants fans, they think this team's supposed to be some type of team that's supposed to compete this year because they got Russell Wilson. Bro, we already went down that path in previous seasons about how this Giants team is built. I'm pointing out the same exact deficiencies from the previous seasons that's continuing to happen this year. So what makes us think with a harder schedule, it's gonna be a different result when you got the same team? The same team. What has changed on the offensive line? If you get Andrew Thomas healthy, okay. You still ain't like that in the NFC East in your division. You're not built properly to compete in a heavyweight division. You are a featherweight team. New York Giants.
So let's elaborate on that a little bit. Give us a little content for Heart of the City tonight. What do you actually mean about we are not built for the NFC East? Because that's a general statement, and a lot of people, you know how they do us, man. We say general statements, they take it and run with it, even though they still might not listen to us. But what's your analysis of why we are not built for the NFC East as the New York Giants?
You lighting the ass. The Giants should be a power running team. And to be honest with you, they're built like they're trying to build this quick passing type team or something like that. The NFC East, you got teams that run the football. Your offensive line is not built with road graders to run the football. Therefore, you're a mismatch in your own division. Because you got to think, who are the road graders on the New York Giants? Evan Neal could be one if they would have had him at guard. Like I said years ago, now it might be too late for the kid. We'll see if Bo turns out, if you give him a chance and be patient with the kid. You had to run out and sign Jermaine Illuminor and John Runyon from free agency. Andrew Thomas is good when he's healthy, but he ain't healthy. You ain't built right. You need more road graders in your interior. Yeah, you want your tackles to be athletic because you want that to be your protection for your quarterback when he has to pass, but your interior needs to be stronger. And y'all tell me I don't know football, and y'all come up here and argue with me and tell me I'm telling y'all something that's out of pocket. You not built for this division. You look at Philadelphia's interior. The Commanders went out there and got better. Dallas had been having good offensive lines. They might be slipping, but I think people sleeping on their line they got now. They just need to be healthy. But again, what have the New York Giants done? Missed Marcus McKeithen, Josh Azudus, Evan Nils, who you wanted to make a tackle. Modern day NFL, you want your tackles to be athletic. Why you think Andrew Thomas works? You can't be a slug in the mud with your footwork. That's why I've been saying put the kid at guard. No, and now everybody waking up. Yeah, you got a good guard now. Y'all goofy. That's why I can't talk to y'all like this sometimes, because y'all haven't been listening to what I've been saying, Pat been saying, a lot of people been saying on the Aboriginal Sports Network. That's the problem why they not built in this division. Defensively, same thing. You cannot stop the run. You let Dalvin Tomlinson out the door, and then you got rid of Leonard Williams. Now all of a sudden you can't stop the run. Duh. It's about the interior. Y'all go out, run out, get edge rushes all over the place though, which is fine. But it don't help you in your division. You think Philadelphia finna drop back 50 times and let Jalen Hurts get fucking mollywopped by Abdul Carter and Brian Burns? Come on now. You think Washington finna do the same thing with Jaden Daniels? They gonna run at you consistently over and 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 over again until they crack like they always do. 50-yard run, 40-yard run, 50-yard run, 40-yard run, 35-7, Philadelphia. This is what they do. Oh, yo, let's load the box. Cool. AJ Brown. Load the box, watch. Cool. Terry McLaurin. You're not built right. You're not built right for your division. It will work in the AFC East. Maybe in the AFC West. Maybe in the NFC South. In this division? No. So I cannot get jiggy with the Giants the way they built. I think they have enough talent on their team to maybe win 6 to 7 games. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, just to elaborate on that a little bit, man. Shout out to NYG and start paying attention to this man sometimes. But let's talk about certain situations. 3rd and 1s on the offensive side of the ball. 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. For the past 3 to 4 years, haven't you been saying, man, we can't pick up short yardage situations because we run it right up the middle? Guess what? Wow! Every time. 3rd and 1 turns into 4th and 3, 4th and 2. 3rd and 2 turns into, oh, let's go 5 wide and try to pick up the first down. Why? Because we're weak up the middle. You can't run off tackle really if your guards ain't with it. If they're not able to take on those defensive tackles. You can't run traps. You can't run whams, bams. And these are plays. Go look them up. See what I'm saying? You can't run gut plays. Because guess what? Your gut is little. JMS is getting pushed back by them boys over there in Philadelphia and them boys over there in Washington. They're getting pushed back. So when you're ready to hand off the ball and the guy's already swimming past your doggone center, he's right there like this. Where you going to go? Saquon Barkley got away a couple of times because he's just that great. But even when he tries to do that, guess what? When your left guard is trash, when your center is trash, your right guard is trash, there's no cutback lanes. Everybody's sitting there waiting for you, and Saquon Barkley can only do so much. But guess what? When he went over to Philadelphia, he could have broke the rushing record. You want to know why?
Crazy.
Because they can block. There's holes there. So yeah, he could pick and choose which hole he want to go to. Hell, some of the times, most of those runs, if you were actually watching, the dude did get touched for 10 to 15 yards. And you got Saquon Barkley in the open field. Giants fans, oh, he's lost a step. Oh, no, that man ain't lost no step. That man was tired of getting his ass whooped. He couldn't get started. And when you get out there, you're so surprised you finally in the open field after 21 runs. It's like, oh shit, I'm in the open field. I get to do what I do. No, he lost a step because he lost his heart to try to go in there. You asking me everything type back to go in there and be a bruiser? No, man, that's only gonna work for so long. You gotta let that man do what he do. We can't run counter plays because we're scared because we have no rough riders at the tackle positions. Andrew Thomas is great, but he's finesse. Illuminor a little bit more on the rough rider side. But if you had somebody like an Evan Neal in the run game like NYG, I almost could have said a long time ago, you got a rough rider in there. They even say it on the field. When that dude gets his hands on you, it's a wrap. So guess what? Don't put him at the tackle position when you know his feet slow. Why you do that? And then don't give him reps at guard. When he played guard at Alabama, he was super dominant. The only time he struggled in college when he was at tackle. Because his feet were slow. When he played Georgia, his feet were slow. We did the film reviews before he even came out that year. Was I happy we picked Neal? Yeah, because I knew that if it didn't work at tackle, put him at guard immediately, he'd turn out to be pretty doggone good. But now you wait till his 4th year? When you take away his 5th-year option to try to put him at guard now? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're wasting people. You're putting a Zudu out there at tackle. Why are we playing musical chairs with our linemen every year? And like NYG has said countless times, we too light in the ass. JMS ain't like that. Greg Van Rotten ain't like that. And Ryan's not like that. Doesn't mean they're not good, but they might not be good for our division. What's the first thing they say, NYG, when you're building your team? You have to build your team to beat your division. Because if you can't beat your division, you're going nowhere. You play 6 games against them. And right now, 4 is almost looking like an automatic loss. And the Cowboys, that's damn near 2 losses every year, too. So if you're going 1-5, 2-4 at best in your division every year, you're not going anywhere. That rarely happens. Same thing on the defensive side of the ball. You had Tom when you had Dalvin Tomlinson, you was playing Dexter at edge, at end. That didn't make any fucking sense. Then when you finally get him a partner in crime, and Williams, this fan base cried so much. Oh, he's not worth the money. Oh, he's not worth the money. Oh, he's not worth the money. Now, our run defense has been hell since he's been gone. We tried Elijah Chapman, DJ Davidson, Jordan Riley, Elijah Garcia. Now it's Ghostin. Now it's Ledbetter. Now it's Real Sears Anderson. Now it's Nacho. Now it's Alexander. And I like a lot of those guys on that list that was there, but they not Leo. Leo went over to the Seahawks and showed you what time it was. We too light in the ass in the middle, but hopefully Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Thibodeau learn how to hold that edge, and I think we'll be a lot better. I do believe so. Will we be good enough to beat the Eagles? Not this season. I don't believe it. I do believe we could get the Commanders maybe once. And Dallas is on the back end, so the time is now to get them. And I still doubt you beat them once. But go ahead, NYG, take it back over, man. Just came in to fill in a little bit for you.
Yeah, bro, good stuff, man. Of course, if you want more, go check out New York Giants Full Access, of course, as well as the NFL on ABSN and Giants Conversations as well too. For your Giants update, we got plenty of Giants content on the network right now. Gonna get into a little hoops, little swoosh, little whoosh, little whoosh. Gotta hold it down for my basketball friends and fam. It's been slow. It has been slow, but Mikal Bridges got his dough. Yeah, yo. Yeah. Bridges did get that 4-year 150. So, Knicks reportedly keeping tabs on Giannis, though. Everybody watching Giannis. A looking. Because he may want out of Milwaukee, but I don't know. Why chase that? If you're the Knicks, Nets, or any other team, I think they're showing you the blueprint on how to build a team. There you are, Knicks. So you just gave. You see how I set y'all up? Yeah, Bridges 150. Now you want Giannis. Why, Knicks fans? Why? Now, I'm not saying Knicks fans agree with this. I'm sure a lot of them don't. If Coach was here, he would probably give his thoughts on this. But why? Why would you want Giannis? After you done paid Brunson, now Bridges, OG, you traded for Cat Towns. And then you got Mike Brown as a head coach now. Got rid of Tom Thibodeau. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't think this works for them. And who are you gonna give up? Cause see, that's the thing. You gotta trade for this guy. He not just walking in the door like, yo, I'm here, man. What's good? Now you gotta go out and get him. You gotta pay to play. And then you gotta think, when you trade for superstars, you're giving up assets, and then you have to give the guy that you trade for money, you got to give him a bag too as well. He's not coming there just to be on an expiring, or some of them don't. I mean, it would make sense for the team to want to re-sign him since you're giving up the assets to get him. I don't know, man. I don't know if this works. New York Knicks. So the Knicks monitoring the Giannis sweepstakes, if there is such a thing. Plus 100 to land a 30-year-old. There's another number, 30. And 30 is light in basketball, though. It's not like football, where if you hit 30, you're basically dead. It's crazy, right? But 30 in basketball, you're still in your prime, obviously. So not a bad age, but again, you got to give up assets and give this guy a bag. Now, you already got opportunity to take advantage of a so-called weakened Eastern Conference because the Bucks don't have Dame Lillard, and you got Boston, their players out, Tatum, Halliburton, he's done for now for Indiana. So you got some room to maneuver up the chart. And you were already there last year, right there in the Eastern Conference Finals. So Knicks fans, this is a situation I will personally be monitoring going into the NBA season. We will be coming out with our NBA previews. Drew, what's good? Koof, man, what's good? Ghost Dog, I see y'all in the chat. Yeah, understood. That's the point. But back to basketball. So now, again, we'll be doing our previews coming up here. But this is a situation to monitor because I don't understand how you can justify paying the guys that you paid and then going out and wanting to trade for Giannis. But they are the favorites. Apparently, this is everything that I'm reading and listening to in the streets. It's heart of the city. Like I said, we walk the blocks around here. But that's the buzz on the street. Knicks want Giannis. And they just paid Bridges and Brunson and everybody else that name start with a B. Bruh. But moving on to the Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas is still the free agent. I'm telling you, these New York teams, man, they have a real knack for overcomplicating things and making things drag out and making it as agonizing as possible for all parties involved. They all do this. All of them. Nets are no different. Still got Cam Thomas out there. Apparently, this is a standstill. Cam Thomas wants $30 to $40 million a year. The Nets want to give him 29. Reportedly, that was the offer. So this being at a standstill, the other option is, as you see here, Cam Thomas playing on the $6 million contract that he's currently under as a restricted free agent. So, Brooklyn Nets. Talk to y'all like to talk to the Knicks. It ain't no different. What's the problem with this kid? It's like y'all 1 foot in, 1 foot out with this guy. He's been here. He's been your best player. Post Kevin Durant, Kyrie. Clearly. He's not a perfect player, but he's a bucket getter. He's a good teammate. Loved by the fans. The issue. You got plenty of money. You and it's like it's in the NBA, you gotta spend the bread. Like, you can't just hold it. Why won't you sign this guy? Just give him his money. Or trade him. It's not complicated. Sean Marks, next general manager. Yankees down 4. What's new, man? See this shit here? See what I did with it? Anyway, back to Cam Thomas. It's not hard, man. Just sign the kid or trade him. Why are you making this drag out into the summer? It's all awkward and shit now. Now you're talking about playing on a $6 million contract, whatever. Hey, why make the kid go through this? He's a scoring bucket, walking bucket getter. You know, is he perfect? No, but again, you need scoring. You ain't got nobody. Who you got? Like, you can't just roll the basketball out there and just, you know, you got to put something out there, man. That somebody out there that can play, that can shoot, that can score, you know. And how about developing the kid? You got the perfect coach in Jordy Fernandez. I think the system that he's building, you know, will allow Cam Thomas to play more freely without the ball, because in Jordy Fernandez's system, the wing players, a.k.a. big men, a.k.a. forwards, they handle the ball a lot. Cam Thomas, a guard, can come off screens, play more without the ball, play more freely, and not have to have those point guard responsibilities, because he's not a point guard. He's a two guard. He's just undersized. And some net fans want to make him a point guard. He's not a point guard. He's not going to be a point. He's never going to be a point guard. That's why they drafted like 3 point guards. They know Cam Thomas is not a point guard. So again, just sign him, man. Get this out the way. Why have this drag on? You got good rapport and energy on the team right now. Don't let this become a problem for you and make this kid come into the season, you know what I'm saying, unhappy and you know, being a distraction. I'm not saying he would, because obviously he's willing to just play on the contract that he has, because he knows eventually somebody's going to pay him, because you pay for scoring in a league that is predicated on scoring. They don't play defense in the NBA like that no more. That's why the Thunder was such a wonder, because it was a team like, wow, they actually play a defense over there? Shit, who knew? So don't give me that, oh, he can't play defense crap. You don't need him to play defense. You need him to do this. You need him to score. His shot creation is amazing. Like, the kid can put up a shot from anywhere. You're seeing it. So, being an undersized guard, you need that skill. Shot creator. He needs to be more of a shot creator for his other teammates, but a young kid. He's not. Cam Thomas is still in his early 20s. I don't know his exact age right now off the top of my head, but still young kid, obviously. So, I don't understand why they dancing around this. I don't understand why it's an issue, and I don't like it as a fan of the team. I don't like it. Just pay the kid or give him the opportunity to make his money somewhere else. That's only fair. He's been a good soldier for you. You've been a shit team. He's been there. He's been your best player. That's why, you know, guys like Cam Thomas, Darius Slayton for the Giants, that's why I stick up for guys like that. Good soldiers, man. Reward these dudes, man, for holding it down for y'all. Whack ass teams. Why you make them go through the ringer when they been holding it down? Because y'all been the ones that's been, you know, in disarray, disoriented, and you know, just a shit show. For real. Giants, Nets, all these New York teams, pretty much. So reward the guys that's been solid for you, that don't go in there complaining, ruffling feathers in the locker room, requesting trades. Does Cam Thomas want his money? Yeah, I mean, I would too, because I've been holding it down. I ain't said nothing. I ain't went out there and ruffled no feathers. I ain't went out there, got in trouble with the law, did nothing illegal. Give me my bread. Then in the organization, well, you don't play defense. You're undersized. You're this. Now they want to nitpick. Wasn't no nitpicking when he's out there scoring 50 for you. You ain't care about his size then, right? His health, his injury concern, his playmaking ability. I ain't care about none of that. This is why I do what I do. This is why I'm called unpopular opinion sports. I'm a stick up for the guys that need to be taken up for. Because y'all want to, you know, jerk off the popular players. Everybody was all on Kevin Durant. This kid was on the team, same team with Kevin Durant, coming off the bench, getting buckets. Same guy. Just waiting for his opportunity. Got his opportunity and he shined. Same cat. Pay him. Give him his money, man.
Hey, I will say this. Coach is not here tonight, but hey, your producer's going to step in and give you a quick coach's corner to continue the heart of the city. Give you a quick coach's corner, and the NYG is going to end it for you. But that has been around the city. NYG Dolo tonight. Still giving you that hot fire.
You already know.
So we talked about
Cam Thomas, man.
Yeah. So that's been hard to city.
New York Yankees. New York Giants.
New York Jets.
New York Mets.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Said I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, the love and respect first.
All right. This is Coach's Corner, and don't get it mistaken. I am not Coach Ed Gladney from the Ed Gladney's wide world of amazing sports, but I will give you a couple of things from Big Pat's Corner. And Big Pat want to talk about this Giants and Jets matchup coming up. It's going to be a lot of important things in this matchup. First and foremost, I think Jackson Dart is going to get his most extended time in this game, because who better to feature than Jackson Dart when it comes to the New York Giants and the New York Giants battle? You know, you're going to see what Jackson Dart is about. He's probably going to get some reps against the first team. Me personally, I would sit Russell Wilson for the entire game and make Jackson Dart play the first half against that Jets defense, because you already got a little rowdy in the practice session today and yesterday. A couple of fights out there. People like Marcus Bowe out there fighting. People like actually Greg Van Rotten out there fighting. And so let's see what this kid can do in some first real action against a defense that we all think is going to be pretty doggone good in the New York Jets. Secondly, I want to see Turbo Miller get a lot more snaps in this game. Let him play a whole half. Because you got to decide if Turbo Miller is going to be on this team, because Tracy and Cam Scatterbo are already here. Put him out there with Devin Singletary and see exactly who gives you the bigger burst. Who makes bigger plays? Who's more efficient? Whose motor is still going? Is it the turbo or is it the motor in Singletary? We need to see that, because Singletary, you can cut him. He has no more guaranteed money in this contract. I do not believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments after the show. But you can cut him and save some money and let Turbo Miller be that guy. Y'all remember Earth, Wind, and Fire? Brandon Jacobs, Bradshaw, Ward? Hey, you might have something. And Turbo Miller showing that he can run up the gut and get to the outside better than anybody on this squad. And I'm not worried about Eric Gray. You let him get in where he fit in on the practice squad. Second, I want to see who's going to step up at the defensive tackle position for the Giants. Who's going to be that guy that steps up? That's going to be behind the veterans. Does Ledbetter make the team? Does Darius Alexander, who we talked to at the Senior Bowl, earn snaps? Is DJ Davidson worth a roster spot, even though he gets hurt all the time? Where the hell is Jordan Riley? Elijah Chapman, you were a great story last year. Let's see if you can come up and be a great story again this year. I'm giving those guys all the reps they can handle, and you're playing every snap of this preseason game. So don't get comfortable, because I might put you right back in there. Michael McFadden, let's see if you can make some tackles real quick in this first quarter. And Banks, I'm sorry, I'm giving you 3 quarters. You're going to prove to me that you're better than Flat, because we drafted you in the first round for a reason. You're going to go out there and prove it. So, okay, Drew, everybody has dead cap when they get released. So maybe that's why they're keeping them on the team. But me personally, I cut them and take that hit. I know I have a better person on this roster, and Turbo Miller needs to get that roster spot. As far as the Jets, you got to see what Justin Fields is. I'm putting Justin Fields in there for 2 quarters. I got to see what you are. Can you lead this offense? And another thing that you guys need to watch, everybody says Breece Hall is this great running back. I've watched film on Breece Hall. He misses a lot of wide open lanes in that run game. Mr. Braylon Allen, he don't miss those lanes, and he's bringing a lot more force. And a lot of people want to tackle when he gets to that lane. That's why I wanted to draft him to the New York Giants. But there's going to be a lot of things that go on in this preseason game. It's not going to be nothing major. There's going to be a lot of spots up for grabs. And me as a coach, this is Coach's Corner. I got to see exactly who's willing to go out there and play their butts off. Now, I don't know too much about Syracuse and Rutgers and everything like that. That's for Coach. Coach always does that. And he will have that for you here on the next Coach's Corner. But right here, Big Pat, we're going to talk about the Giants and the Jets, the Nets. Sign Cam Thomas, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wish I had that soundtrack on here. What are you doing? That was the only guy that held you down during those years after the Nets lost Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Who Kevin Durant has proven wherever he goes is not quite the way that it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can talk that noise to me, but I got a proven track record of every spot that he has been with, except for the Warriors, who had three other guys that were championship material before he got there. The Brooklyn Nets were supposed to be champion contenders when he was there. Nope, put on the line. The Suns are supposed to be championship contenders when he got there. Didn't even make the playoffs. Let's see what he does with the Rockets this upcoming season. Yeah, this is Coach's Corner. We're talking NBA. What does he do with the Rockets with that young, impressionable team over there? Is he going to step up and be the leader, or is he going to fade away and just be another guy over there? And not saying that he's sorry. No, he could be another guy and put up mad points. That's what he did with the Warriors, and that was the perfect spot for him because he was allowed to be just another guy in the background. Give it to me, let me score. When it comes to crunch time, let's get it to Curry, or he can get it to me if I got a wide open shot or something. And I can hit wide open threes all day for you. But now when the focus is on you, when you have to be that guy, a la Kobe, a la Jordan, a la LeBron, even though I'm not a huge LeBron fan, LeBron steps up when he has to. You see what I'm saying? Are you like how T-Mac was? A lot of these people talking this stuff about how Kobe is, and if T-Mac was on the Lakers, they would have done that. Do you think T-Mac would have had the gall to say anything to Shaq? People forget that Kobe helped them win that first championship against the Pacers because Shaq fouled out. That man had the gall to tell Shaq, get in shape, get down there, and I'll pass you the ball. If not, I got it. You think T-Mac could have done that? No, I don't think so. I'm not saying T-Mac is not a great player. He's one of the greats. But he just didn't have that mindset. It's different mindsets. When the Magic had to depend on T-Mac, he fell short. Never won a playoff series. Do you know the Rockets with Yao Ming, Ron Artest, all those guys never got out the first round until he got hurt? And then they made it to the Western Conference Finals against who? Kobe. And if it weren't for Yao getting hurt, I think they would have won that series. Because those guys were fighting their hearts out. But nobody wants to bring that up because you want to know why? It's about individualism. You see what I'm saying? T-Mac was an individual type player to me. James Harden, same way. James Harden does the same exact thing, bro. He could put up stats all night long. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty, I always fall short. How you going to be a part of a Rockets team that played that Kevin Durant-led Golden State team, because that's what they're going to do to pump him up, but it was really Curry. How you going to be part of a team that misses 26 straight threes and lose to a Golden State team that Durant was hurt, Curry was hurt, Klay Thompson got hurt. It was Draymond Green. It was the only really healthy guy out of those stars. And you could close that out. All those threes and everything that you hit. But when it comes to crunch time, brick, 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 all day long. Watch that whole series. Him and Chris Paul getting into it. And not to mention, he's been on a Clippers team that has Kawhi Leonard, all these guys. They can't stay healthy. Wasn't he on that next team? Wasn't it Durant, Harden, and Kyrie Irving? If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They only play a handful of games together. Yeah, bro. That's
you have great players that are just not championship caliber. And there's no shame in saying that I'm a Hall of Fame player, but I just can't sit at that table with those dudes because it's a mindset. It's not a skill set. T-Mac's skill set was just as good as Kobe's, but his mindset wasn't good. Wasn't as good as Kobe's was. Gilbert Arenas, injuries, could have been one of the greatest of all time. But you can't say dismiss rings because you want to pump yourself up or pump people like LeBron up who goes 4-6 in championship when people like Kobe went 5-2, Jordan went 6-0. Because that's what you play for. What are you playing for? You see what I'm saying? Maybe the money meant a little bit more than what those guys was because they knew the money was going to come because I'm just that dude. I'm not worried about no money. The money, you have to pay me. I'm Kobe Bryant. Ain't no way I'm going to be on the team if you're not going to pay me. You're going to have to pay me because I mean that much to you. We can't lose you. Shaq, get out of here. He's younger. Guess what? Shaq, when he turned his mind up, another championship in Miami. He was done after that. But Kobe went hard all those years until he got more rings than Shaq, because Shaq been talking shit to me my whole career. And guess what? What he said after he won that 5th ring, I got one more than Shaq. That was his mindset. But this has been Coach's Corner. This has been Big Pat's Corner. Hopefully Coach will be back next week to give you Coach's Corner, all your New York inner city sports news like Rutgers, Syracuse, all those guys, man. I'd like to thank you guys for listening. This has been Big Pat's Corner, filling in for Coach. Get well soon, and we'll be right back after Coach's Corner messages, man.
All right, man. Appreciate that, bro. It's time to wrap it up, man. It's time to wrap it up. Quick episode here, 98 in the books. We got 99 and we got 100 coming up. Definitely got to get something special cooking for those 2 episodes in particular. Real quick update on the New York Liberty. Didn't want to leave the ladies out of the program. Coach would get on me for that. Liberty up right now, 63-61 over the Vegas Aces. Emma Messaman, 18 points, leading the way for the Liberty. Jaquel Jones with 11 and Sabrina Ionescu with 10 to lead the Liberty right now as they try to take care of the Aces here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Liberty 21-11, holding on to that 2nd spot in the WNBA. Of course, trying to defend their crown as we wind down the stretch of the season. But Coach will have more for you guys on the next Coach's Corner on all things women's sports. College football coming up. Got Rutgers, got Syracuse, all that good stuff. Not a whole lot going on in hockey, but I got you, hockey fans. Don't worry. Get some news on the Rangers, Islanders, Devils. We'll be bringing all that here on Heart of the City. But that is going to wrap it up tonight, man. Great show. Appreciate you, Pat, on the controls tonight, holding it down with me. And till next time, y'all know how it is, man. We up out of here. Peace.